A man has been shot and killed by police during a protest early this morning along West Broadway and 26th Street.
Our Marvis Herring is there live right now with the very latest. Marvis, good morning.
Julie and Stefan, good morning. Now, it still is unclear if this was a group of protesters connected to that protest that we were following overnight, but that's how the chief of police of LMPD labeled them. He didn't take any questions during his update, but he says someone fired at them first. Now, I want to quickly show you what things look like out here on the scene. LMPD is still out here with a heavy police presence blocking off several blocks near the scene. Again, it's at 26th and Broadway, and we actually have video from that deadly officer and National Guard involved shooting. I want to give a warning now that for those watching from home, the sound of these gunshots may be disturbing for some. Here's that video.
Shots fired. Look, they all got their guns out.
And what we know right now is around 12:15 a.m., police and National Guardsmen were called to break up a large group of people that was gathering near 26th and Broadway at the Dino's Market. And we talked to some witnesses here. They described how tense that scene is and how scary it got as they heard those gunshots. But we're told someone fired at officers, and National Guardsmen and officers fired back quickly. You just heard some of those gunshots in the video we just rolled. And we do know that at least one person was killed in that shooting as police and National Guardsmen fired back. And they did tell us this morning that they have several persons of interest. Again, lots of police out here. They've been talking to some witnesses out here on the scene. And the chief of police told us that they're interviewing several people of interest. We want to let you hear what the chief of police told us during his update. Take a listen.
It has been a very difficult 4 days for our city. Our officers are working very hard to keep people safe and to protect property. While doing that, we've had officers shot at and assaulted. I think it's very, very clear that many people do not trust the police. That is an issue that we're going to have to work on and work through for a long time. Tonight's protests, once again, turned from peaceful to destructive. We moved quickly to disperse the crowds. At around 12:15 a.m. this morning, LMPD and National Guard's units were dispatched to Dino's Food Market, located at 26th and Broadway, to clear a large crowd in the parking lot. Officers and soldiers began to clear the lot and at some point were shot at. Both LMPD and National Guard's members returned fire. We have one man dead at the scene. We have several persons of interest whom we are interviewing now. We are collecting video from the incident, and we expect to release what we have sometime tomorrow. Thank you.
And again, you just heard from the chief of police of LMPD. We're back out here live in the Russell neighborhood. And again, lots of these blocks are still blocked off this morning. We've been speaking with witnesses. One woman told me she was heading into the market at that time, and she ran scared for her life as she heard those gunshots and those large guns, those large rifles being shot by the National Guard. Now, as you heard from the chief of police, they have several persons of interest. It's still unclear if the man who was killed in the shooting by officers and National Guardsmen is the actual suspect or not. That's one of the questions we're going to be asking once police give their update later today. We're going to continue learning more here at the scene and gathering what we can. But for now, I'll toss things back to you in the studio, Julie and Stefan.